God, I have no clue how to make an intro for the Super NT from Analogue. But in 2020, here I am making a video about the Analogue Super NT. If you're interested to see an unboxing of this guy in 2020 and what's in this mystery black envelope, stick around. I'll try not to babble too much. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I guess we're going to go with my tiny point of view. There is going to be a little bit of an unboxing element in this video, but I guess this is more about my opinion, so why not my tiny point of view. But before we get into the topic of today, which is this Super NT from Analogue, I'd like to say don't forget to let me spend my money so you don't waste yours by hitting that subscribe button. And if you're interested in keeping informed of new videos containing stuff like this in the future, don't forget to click that little bell. Alright, don't forget to stay tuned to the end where I'm going to be going over some projects, custom laptops, HDMI mods, amongst other things. I'm definitely looking for your guys' opinions, so don't forget to stay tuned to the end of the video. Alright, here we go. The Super NT from Analogue in 2020. Obviously, this system came out a while ago. There's plenty of videos on YouTube about it. Why am I making a video about it? Just to express my experience with this. When this guy came out, I did want to purchase it, never got around to it. And every so often, every couple of months, I kept checking the website. It was there, it was there, it was there. This is actually the black one. That's the one that I wanted. And I just kept checking and checking, and it still was there until I think the beginning of last year. I went to go check and this guy was sold out, so I was pretty upset. But so of course I hit eBay looking for one of these guys, and people were just charging too much. Oh man, look, I realized once again my nails aren't cut. Someone's gonna complain about that and I don't blame them. I'll get to it. Back on topic. Went on eBay. These guys were going for $3 something, $400, even some of them $700. Not interested in paying that much for what this does. Don't get me wrong, I love what Analogue is doing. It is pretty close to the original experience. They look pretty cool. They did a pretty good job with design in such a small package. I wanted this black one. I had it in my watch list, a couple of them. I've also had a watch list on the search, and I kept getting a couple, some used for $250. I wasn't gonna pay $250 either. That's about how much I would have paid for a new one. I just think people, I get wanting to make a little extra money on it if you decide you don't want it, or you might have bought another one to try to make some money on it. And I think $250 is the limit. You start putting $100 more on the original $189 price tag, and I think honestly that's just BS. Mad Little Pixels was doing a video on the new NT Mini that was coming out, and obviously I was not buying that thing. That thing is way too expensive, as much as I'd like to have one. I wish Analogue would actually do one that looks pretty similar to the Super NT and the Mega SG. But I headed over to the website. I'm going to check out the NT Mini, even though I had no intentions on paying the price tag. And I noticed that Analogue, for some reason, had the Super NT in black again. It popped up on their website, and of course I didn't hesitate, even though I probably shouldn't have spent the money, and I bought one. Maybe I should have got another one and tried to make a couple of bucks myself, but I decided not to. I don't know if it's on their website still. They probably sold out of whatever they had. It was probably some stock they had laying around they were holding, and either way, I got one. Let's unbox it. At the end of the video, we're going to unbox this. I don't remember if the Mega SG came with this. I cannot even remember what's in this mystery black envelope. It might even be the certificate of authenticity, but I would think they would include that in the box. Let's get the box open. Here is the Analogue Super NT. We'll put that to the side for now. Of course, as you guys know, I always got to narrate every step that I make. You got this cool pamphlet. It does say Super Turrican, which comes with this game. I believe it came with the Mega SG as well. In here, you're pretty much gonna have your power brick, which of course Analogue does brand their power bricks, something I kind of wish Hyperkin would start doing. You can see what they did in my Retron 3 HD video where the power brick is not branded. And you get a branded HDMI cable, which I wish Hyperkin would do as well. And of course you get a micro USB cable. Wish they would just start going with C. And here is the Analogue Super Nt. It's got quite a bit of heft to it, which I always like to see, which in my opinion means quality. The plastic is made of a pretty good quality. On the bottom you have this rubber texture to keep the console from sliding. On the back you have your HDMI and your micro USB, nothing much. You got your power and your reset on the top, and you have your two Super Nintendo controllers ports on the front here, and it seems like it does have two indicator lights, which I think is pretty similar or what they included on the Mega SG, which I did a video of that. Any videos that I talk about will be at the top of the screen in a card form or in the description in case you want to check those out. Now, why did I buy this? Why did I want it in black so bad? Well, I basically wanted it in black because I have a Super Mega SG in white, and I thought the white Super Mega SG and the black analog console would look pretty good together. And that's basically why I wanted this so much. I was happy to see that Analogue ended up having them on their website for the actual price and not the inflated price on eBay. It goes back to my tip video where I said to hold out, because if you don't, you're gonna end up screwing yourself and paying far too much money, and then later on feeling like, you dumb mother. Let's now get to what I was talking about in the beginning of the video, and that is some announcements for what's coming to the We Deem channel. Oops, I almost forgot this black mystery envelope, which, like I said, I don't know if Analogue included this in the Mega SG. Let's go ahead and get it open before I go into some announcements for future videos on the We Deem channel. And we're going to go ahead and open that right there. And why am I announcing that? And it seems to be a Super Nintendo-like Super Turrican box, which would be kind of good if we actually had a Super Nintendo cart that came with it. I mean, yeah, it's still cool, but why not include the actual cartridge? Either way, still kind of cool. As you can see on the box, they do have some pictures. It is done really well. Now, I guess I throw this in a plastic protective case and protect it and display it, or I head to AliExpress and try to get a Super Nintendo cartridge of this, but who knows how long that's going to take with everything going on. All right, here goes a couple announcements of videos that are coming up in the future for the We Deem channel. There is one more that's not here, and that is a MacBook Duo, an old retro one. It's stored away in a bin right now, and I'm just not going to get that, but I will talk about that after I get to these. First one I'm going to go over, and that's the Zoga top loader NES clone. You may have seen this in a video, as I said, that will be in a card at the top of the screen and in the description. I said that this thing did have a death grip on the actual cartridges, but I want to see if I can mod this to have an HDMI port here and see if I can get this to play in HD. I don't know nothing about that, so it's definitely going to be a journey. That will be a wee DIY video. Break out my soldering gun, which I'm not that skilled at soldering, and see where we go from there. So that's going to be a future video. So if you're interested in that or any of these videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Next up is this, slide that over, is this Lenovo ThinkPad, and you would have seen this in a couple of my videos. One of my latest videos, which was comparing this to my new Walmart Multile Ryzen 5 laptop. And as you've seen in that video, this thing is completely and utterly slow. It will not game. It barely wants to surf the internet. It's seen its better days. I am going to be resurfacing this case, and then I'm going to spray paint it. I'm not going to go too far into detail on that because then I'll give away the video. I'm going to replace the hard drive, and I'm not entirely sure what operating system I'm going to go with. I was thinking of just making this a Chromebook, but I also think maybe a nice Linux laptop would be nice. So that will be a future video as well. And here we have this old neck Versa 4000C laptop, and I got all this stuff that I've been obviously storing in it. And as you can see, it is really dirty. It's kind of nasty. It needs to be cleaned up. I'm definitely going to be spray painting this. Now I am going to be replacing the motherboard and everything in here with a single board computer. I have to find a screen that's going to fit up here. I think this is I think it's a 10-inch on here, so I have to find a 10-inch 4:3 aspect ratio screen. I was thinking of probably reusing a digital frame screen. If any of you guys have some other suggestions, please leave those in the comments down below. The keyboard, I'm not sure if I'm going to try to find a way to use this, maybe changing it to a USB setup and hooking it to the single board computer, or I'm going to try to find a keyboard that will fit in here. I want to stay with these old mechanical keys. I want to make this thing look stock in a way, just running a modern operating system. It's kind of going to be a journey trying to replace all this on the side here, and I think the back will be a lot easier because I can always take this out and replace it with a different piece of plastic here with all the newer ports there. Originally I was going to use, which is going to be another project, Atomic Pi in here, but then I realized that with the heatsink that's on this Atomic Pi, which that's a really cool heatsink, it's probably not gonna fit in this case. This is gonna make it a little too high, so I'm probably gonna go with a Raspberry Pi 4 in here. But let's get to this project as well, and that is a, as I said, Atomic Pi. And because of how cool that heatsink looks, I'm thinking about creating a custom mini computer case for this. I've watched a couple of videos, which those will be linked in that video when I get to it, on making custom computer cases. I want to make something really cool where it pretty much just looks like a mini computer. I want to throw RGB lights in it. I want to have an RGB fan possibly. I just want to go all out with that, so it's going to take a little bit of research. If anybody has any suggestions for that video, please leave them in the comments down below as well. I think that's going to be a really cool project. All right, and the final project I wanted to talk about, as I said before I started going into these videos that are coming out, I have a MacBook Duo, an old retro one. I can't remember the exact model. I'll throw it up at the top of the screen when I find out. That computer is in a bin right now, so I didn't take it out. I want to actually do the same thing that I'm trying to do with this neck laptop, and I want to throw a new screen in it, possibly a new keyboard, or utilize the keyboard that's already on it and throw a Latte Panda in it and actually install a modern Mac OS system on there. I always loved the MacBook Duos ever since I seen them in Hackers video. I want to do something like that. I want to spray paint it black, throw some stickers on it. I think it's going to be a pretty cool project as well. If you have any questions about anything contained in this video, any comments or suggestions about the projects, please leave those in the comments down below. If you liked what was contained in this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I know it was more of an announcement video than an unboxing or a my tiny point of view video. With everything going on, it's kind of hard to get the things shipped to your house to do videos on. I'm going to probably be purchasing things slowly, but they're probably going to take a while to get here. If you found this video to be of some sort of value, or you know someone who will have some expertise in customizing some of these laptops or doing the HDMI mod on that top loader clone, don't forget to share on your social media. And as always, don't forget to let me spend my money so you don't waste yours by hitting that subscribe button.